Now it's letting me collect this stuff. Spoke too fucking soon. I've got the key. I've got the key. I've done it. I've fucking done it. So there is actually another method. Assuming this works. There we go, right. So apparently there is another method. So whereas you could have walked for approximately 25 minutes and get fucking cramp in your wrist, you got this option. And now I wait a fucking hour. Ooh.
And cue Scooby-Doo music.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids. Sorry, if it wasn't for that meddling Santa guy in a golden suit and a biker.
I'm not being funny, but what kind of crew is this? You got a pimp, you've got a bloody biker and Santa?
You look less like a pimp, you look like a German game show host.
Thank you for playing Devour!
Oh, she's British as well. Fancy a cuppa?
Oh, do you know I could murder a cup of tea right now?
Oh, Cara, check out the outfit
Wow.
on April that's the white t-shirt.
Hang on a minute, Pange. My God, Cara. So it's been 3 minutes. Yeah, it's been about 3 minutes. So now the timer starts. Okay, well at least it's a lot better than just a black screen. As mentioned at the beginning of this video, I literally had to wait here for an hour. Now of course, with that bit being in the previously on bit, it should go without saying, this game is already confusing, and if you haven't seen previous episodes, it's only going to seem more confusing. That being said, let's just skip all this waiting rounds. Right, give me a minute. Okay, here we are a week later. This is the 3rd day playing this game. Now, just want to quickly show you something. Here we go. Sorry, what? Press tab again. Fuck. What is that? I discovered that by accidentally pressing tab. I don't think that's the first time I've done that while playing this game. So maybe it's relevant to this part of the game, but if not, maybe I've missed something. I'm willing to bet there's a lot that I've missed. It's a bit weird. Oh, yeah. So, trying to figure out, like... Jesus, what the f... oh my god, I don't like... Why? Here we go. So all of a sudden that thing's disappeared. No, it's back. Oh my god, I'm so fucking confused. Yeah. I need a minute. And this door is open. So go through. Okay. Give me a sec. Whoa! I was literally about to give a speech saying, this is the reason why I believe that I've missed stuff. Because this room looks important and according to the guides, there's no reason to go in here. Not in the table. It won't let me do it again. As mentioned before, the guide that I was using did not mention this. It does mention something similar, But the point that I'm getting at is this is the point, while playing, I was starting to realise that maybe the guide that I was using was incomplete. Now, in previous episodes, I have stated that the early signs were there, but the point I'm getting at here is... I tried to solve this puzzle on my own. The first thing I noticed was pressing the tab once, basically what you've seen on screen would appear. But pressing a second time, the keyboard would turn into a piano. And the impression that I got was I had to play a certain tune. And if I pressed the wrong note, then a red note would appear. But unfortunately, that still did not help me solve this puzzle. But going back to that room with the locked door, using a demo to unlock the door. Basically, while trying to solve that puzzle, I learned that these demos, apparently that's not the only occasion we've got to use the demos. So I thought something similar had to be done here, because while trying to figure out what I was meant to do, I kept seeing clips of another character in this room. So my assumption was, if I got a demo to play here, I would see another character. Unfortunately, that did not happen. So I don't know how much time I wasted. No idea. But the fact that the guide that I am following does not mention much going on in that room, I'm going to leave it for now. And the reason why I say leave it for now, I know all too well from that guide I can't go there. Okay, that guide does tell me to go up here though. It does mention a piano. Oh, this is going to get very confusing, isn't it? Whoa! It did mention this painting, and it did say that I can walk through it, but it said if I walk down a corridor, I just fucking turned round. Now it's letting me collect this stuff. Spoke too fucking soon. Well, there is a room there, can I... Right. It's forcing me, so let's just go through it. Girl. Apparently I can walk through this thing. Gonna have to check the fucking guides. Speaking of the guides, throughout this playthrough I have stated in my own words that it feels incomplete. I have stated that there were early warning signs of this, and of course this is no difference. However, I will be providing a screenshot. Literally, this is all the guide tells me regarding this part of the game. Apparently I can just walk through, but clearly I can't. What am I missing? Good question. I still don't know as I'm giving this speech. So I'm going to go ahead and do a huge jump cut, skipping all the waiting rounds, skipping all the God knows how much time I spent trying to research this part, and of course that demo thing, I even tried that here. Clearly that didn't work. Do you want to know what the worst part is? We are very, very close to the end of the game. Can I maybe enter this room? Just let me enter this room. Right, I managed to get inside. You fucking dickhead. Back up. Right. But what's the relevance? I can't move. I can pause. Right, okay, so I'll press down this time. So I must have been at the top of those stairs, okay. Bit weird. There I am, right. That's just an empty void, apparently. Okay, what are you? Wrong button. You'll find the machine up. You'll find the machine up ahead. This is the only entry or exit. You will pass through this door. Dyslexia, pain in the ass. You will pass through this room again as you leave. Keep in mind, everything here, your baby will see. Yeah, apparently I can push these items into this pit, and I think this door will open if I do this. So here's the interesting... bollocks. Here's the interesting thing. That painting upstairs, it kept saying Gale, right? Now is this open? No, it's not. Oh, never mind, it's opened. So what was the fucking point? Now what? This is literally the end of the game. You literally have to cash in 500 of those collectibles, those little pieces that you've been collecting throughout the game. You've got to cash in 500 of them. And of course you can see I'm only 25 short, so you can understand my frustration. Now here's the thing, if you've made it this far into the video, you will already know that I either believe that one of two things have happened here. The guide that I'm using is incomplete, or the version that I'm playing isn't up to date. Now that I've prepped all the footage, I am willing to bet that the guide is incomplete because there are several examples throughout this playthrough of the guide clearly missing stuff. So, could that be the reason why certain characters aren't spawning? The only thing I do know for sure is it's a lot of guesswork here. I can only assume that the last 25 pieces are on the 3rd floor, which I couldn't access because I needed to get into that room with the painting, because let's face it, if I tried to, the painting would just pull me back. Now speaking of that painting, I did state before I have no idea how to access it. But I do have a theory. Now before I actually show you what theory I'm on about, there are 3 clips that I want to quickly show you that I discovered on my own. Oh, there she is, there she is. Okay, so now the next thing it's telling me is to come in here. And I was going on about, did you save what's her name from the quitter room? Now I know I did. There should be a character in here, but there isn't. I'm genuinely starting to feel like this version of this game that I'm playing is an older version. I feel as if there's stuff missing. Okay, so she's scared and pounding on the door. I opened it. It's so dark that I can't see her. So I pulled it out and the light hit her face. And they won't even give me a picture of her now. They're all scattered in the graves. And I'm a piece of shit. What's with the shovel? Here you go. Okay. 9/2/19. 9/2. Here we go, here we go, here we go. What was with the egg? Hang on. 9/2/19. Right, get off that. Let me have the egg. I have no idea what that's about. So here's the thing, right? I've been playing this game overall, call it 13.5 hours. I am so close to the end and I don't want to give up. Here we go. But there's a bit of an issue with this game. And I don't know what I've done wrong here. But there are too many times, hell, I don't even know if I'm leaving in previous speeches, but there are too many times where I'm getting the impression the version of my game is it's not the latest version, because there's too many times I feel as if there should be characters roaming around, like this guy, and I'm not seeing them. Like what's happening right now, I tried to copy this, but the characters just weren't there. Here's the thing, I know that these guides that I find, it always, looking at the guides, looking at the Wikipedia, it always comes back to these videos that are already on YouTube. You are supposed to look through these to get clues as to figure out what you're meant to do. But the thing is, like I said before, I genuinely feel the version that I'm playing is not up to date, because there's just too much missing. I am following the guides as best I can, and noticing certain things are just not there. Like there's so much time wasted because certain things aren't happening that according to the guys, according to these videos, will happen. So again, I don't know what's going on. So I'm just going to quickly fast forward this bit, so yeah. So before we get to the next clip that I want to show you, this came to mind. Now, do you remember when I did that? Give it a minute, I'll just speed this part up. There you go. They didn't appear for me. Now, okay, fair enough, I know that they are technically trapped in a room when you first find them, but I know I let them out, that's the thing. And it's not just that character, is it? It's basically any character. There's also something else. So here we go. Also, yeah, two things to point out. One, why does the character look like that? Didn't look like that for me. And second of all, what's that thing there? Why don't I have that? So again, I do feel as if this version of the game that I'm playing is the version that we're looking at is a more up-to-date version, to put it in short. There we go. Yeah, I genuinely believe that classroom puzzle, I believe that's the only thing stopping me from entering this place. Now, I do believe you have to, like, play a game also. Yeah, hi there. Sorry for pulling you out of class. I know you've been busy catching up. Don't worry, I just want to talk with you. Okay. Hey, do you want to play a game? You can pick any game you want, and we can play it together. Now, I believe you've got Grave Robber and Checkers. Okay. Now, after playing that game of checkers, I believe you can go to the third floor and you've got to do something there. What it is, I don't know, and at this point, I really don't care. But, knowing all too well, since starting this little speech, I've only shown you a few clips, haven't I? Hang on, we've already seen this, we read it on my playthrough. This just shows how close I was to the ends. With the exception of not showing what happens on a third floor. God knows what you got to do there, but then of course you got this room. And remember when I said you need 500 of those tokens? I'm willing to bet, since I only needed 25, I would have got them from the third floor. And now all of a sudden she's turned to an egg. Okay. And it literally says nothing. Oh, hang on. You should start thinking about that. About what? Okay. Yeah, I know I've done this. I worked this one out. I say worked it out. Use this video to get the code, unlocked it, hope it would get me into the room with the painting. Or the room on the other side of the painting. Whatever, you know what I mean. I'm tired. I've been playing this for too fucking long. And I believe that's it, isn't it? Like, the credits typically roll here, or like, I don't know. Oh, there you go. So there we go. 14 hours playing this game. 14 hours. 14 hours across 3 days. And keep in mind, with these speeches that I've had throughout these videos, that's an additional 4 days prepping this footage. So it's safe to say, when it comes to research, when it comes to playing, editing, all that stuff, I've put in a lot of time into this game. As far as I'm concerned, I've beaten it, because by technicality, I did reach the end. I just couldn't interact with the characters because, of course, they weren't there for me. And you know what? It needs to be said. This game was requested. This game was requested, which I did announce at the beginning of the first episodes. And what happened in the house with that room, having to use a demo with that puzzle, with all that guesswork, I very nearly deleted all the footage and left a comment on that comment stating, no, it's not coming to the channel. But of course, the following day, I thought I'd give it another go, and here we are. Now, I really hope that I've made this into a 5-part series, because if I have, then the 5th episode is going to be twice as long. But if I do break it up into 2, we are talking that the 6th episode would be just reacting to what you've just seen. And that wouldn't feel right. But of course, I really don't know. I haven't edited the videos as I'm giving this speech, because at the end of the day, these videos do take a lot of time to edit. But as far as I'm concerned, I have beaten this game. But if you are using these videos as a guide, this is kind of the reason why throughout this playthrough I have made it very clear I get the impression the guide that I've been using is incomplete, why I have not hidden from the fact that I have missed stuff. So the best way I can put it is, hopefully this video, well, this playthrough has kind of been a bit of a visual as to what you're meant to do, but of course it is incomplete. I consider the game beaten because I did technically reach the ends, but I know others will disagree. So with that being said, wrap up this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and this playthrough as a whole, because it has been a hell of a journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Like and subscribe.